Welcome, treasure hunters, to Tea Time with Jasmine and Olivia. I'm Jasmine, and I'm drinking Earl Grey tea.
And I'm Olivia, and I'm drinking what I'm pretty sure is cherry. I just found it in the closet floating around without a box or a label.
Oh no.
It's good though.
Well,
I put a lot of sugar in it.
today we'll be discussing all things superhero in honor of Dark Phoenix that was released today.
Definitely today.
So, I love the X-Men. They have to be my favorite superhero group.
Mm-hmm.
Have you?
No. I like how I just knew what the end of your sentence was. No, I've never seen the X-Men.
Avengers?
Yes.
Okay,
I've
good.
seen most of the newer Marvel movies.
Mhm.
I haven't seen like the old Iron Man's or Thor. I saw Thor 1 while I was on drugs. What a ride. I have no memory of it. They were legal.
Okay. Well, I'm super excited. Partially because the X-Men have a special place in my heart because of their like origin and why they were created and whatnot. But also Quicksilver scenes. I
Yeah.
love the music.
That I have seen. I've seen a Quicksilver scene just floating around Tumblr. It's so good. It's hilarious. And nicely edited.
I love Sweet Dreams. Whenever it comes on the radios, I'm like, yeah! And also we'll just listen to Time in the Bottle, so... I don't know what decade this movie's gonna be in. The last one was the 80s, the one before was 70s.
Are
And
they
used...
going back in time?
No, they're going forward, but whatever.
How did they do that?
Because the first one, the second one, the first one of the new ones, the reboots, was 60s, the next one was 70s, the next one was 80s. That's why the two songs, like Time in a Bottle, is from the 70s.
Oh,
Sweet Dreams.
so we're thinking
Next
it's
one,
gonna be
hopefully
the
the 90s is
90s.
hopefully a good song. I don't even know. I don't know any songs from the 90s. I just know they exist.
Yeah, I mean, like, I have a general vibe, like, NSYNC, but that's, like, the late 90s and the early 2000s.
Yeah. The only thing I could think of from the 90s is Beastie Boys. But that's because of the Star Trek reboots. Maybe that'll be a theme of all sci-fi reboots, is have the Beastie Boys in it.
I'm for it.
So, I have to ask though, what's your favorite superhero?
Spider-Man.
Me too!
No way! Ah! It's not like your shirt gave it away or anything.
This is the first, let me come to this camera, first superhero shirt I ever got. I got when I was 12 and I bought it in 2X because I'm like, I'm going to grow. I'm going to need this for the future, which it came in handy. I went to Disney World one time. Actually, Universal. Still the same one time. But I went there and I met the Spider-Man. He's like, yo, where'd you get that shirt? I'm like, I don't remember. He's like, that's really cool because normally you see the same shirts. And I'm like, 12-year-old me knew I was going to meet Spider-Man. He was going to compliment my shirt.
That's amazing that Spider-Man complimented your shirt.
Also, it's glow in the dark.
No way! What part glows?
Like the white part.
Do they still glow?
Yeah, it still glows. Sometimes I get startled because I'll be wearing it to bed and the lights are off. I'm like, wow.
You're
like,
gonna
oh,
have
it's
to
my
show
shirt.
me one day.
Yeah, I'll show you.
I mean, we have like a lot of lights right now, so
Yeah, so
maybe
I can't.
not today.
Yeah.
It's absorbing light.
Yeah, to charge. I'm so excited for later today when I go to bed. What superpower would you have? Which is also an iconic superhero question to ask.
If I had a superpower, well, you answer first.
Hold on, let me get my phone from off the camera. I have a list. My top five superpowers I would have. I have to find it. So, if you can, do you have an answer or do you just not?
I do have an answer. Here's my answer. If I had a superpower, I would want the ability to, like, shapeshift. Because, first of all, shapeshifting's awesome. I could be anything I wanted. If I couldn't sleep, boom, I'm a pillow. But also, I could, like, shape morph into another superhero and technically have all the powers.
I don't think that's how it works. I think that's a different power. Using the other people's powers.
Oh.
Because all the shapeshifters I see in hero movies, they just
Well, like,
copy them.
if I ever needed to fly, I could shapeshift into a bird.
Oh.
If I ever
Like the Wonder Twins.
Yeah, if I ever needed to be small, I could shapeshift into an ant. It's most versatile powers because everything around you in nature like has its own superpower technically.
That's true.
So it's just great.
I have a list because I love lists. My number one superpower wish is to make jokes.
That was a good one.
Yeah, but being serious though, number one superpower is to make funny jokes. Sorry, funny jokes.
I know you were being serious.
Actual,
but
okay.
It was a good joke.
None of them were actual, like... My second one was all the powers of Spider-Man the Squirrel Girl, so I could be able to be useful in the city and in the countryside.
Squirrel Girl?
You don't know Squirrel Girl? Okay. We're gonna learn today, everyone.
Gotta be educated.
AKA, not really. She's basically, honestly, Squirrel Girl, if I was the closest to being an actual superhero, besides Spider-Man, it would have to be Squirrel Girl. Except I didn't go to school for computer science.
Oh.
But if I did, I'd literally be Squirrel Girl, because she goes, studies computer science, she interacts with squirrels and uses them. She's like, imagine Deadpool, but PG. That's what Squirrel Girl is, PG Deadpool. So, like, she once defeated the whole universe, Marvel Universe, using squirrels. She beat, was it Doctor Doom? Yeah, she, in a comical way. Like, no real superhero could do it that easily, but yeah, she's just a dork who is smart and uses squirrels. It's kind of lame.
Fabulous.
Yeah, so if I was in the city, I could be slinging on the buildings, but if I was in the countryside, I'd be like, alright, hey squirrels, I need some help.
Well, aren't there squirrels in the city, like Central Park?
Yeah, but that's one part of the city.
True.
I need it everywhere. But honestly, I have no idea what superpower would be. Of all the lists, that's not one of them. I have a question though. Have you ever taken a what superhero are you quiz?
I've not, but I happen to have one here on my phone.
Oh, good.
I'm gonna take that while you talk about which superhero you think you would be.
I take a lot of these quizzes. I get the same person every single time. It's Spider-Man.
It's
Who'd have thunk?
Tell us why, Jasmine.
Because I am Spider-Man, which is like, I didn't mean to. You know how they say, become whatever you want, or you can be whatever you want when you grow up. Or if you think you are something enough, you'll become that something. Or whatever they say. You know what I'm trying to say. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Can I interrupt you a second? One of the questions on this quiz is, do you wear thongs? I just wanted everyone to know that.
My brain says to ask what the answer you put, but I do not want to know. So I'm not going to. But yeah, no, I kind of became Spider-Man by accident. Yeah, they have similar character traits that I didn't mean to develop, but I definitely developed them. So that's fun.
Am I easily angered?
I don't think so.
I didn't think so either.
I took another quiz, which Avenger from the MCU was I, but like the main six, I got Hawkeye, which was cool because he's my favorite, even though he's lame.
One of the other questions is, do you often hurt people without realizing it? How would you know?
We're INTJs. The answer is yes.
Oh, right.
Emotions? What are they? Don't know. Well, while you're taking that,
I have.
do you want to read? Have a few questions. I'll just keep talking then.
Yeah, just ramble on.
Superhero, Mr. Fantastic was the best one. We're gonna come over here to see Olivia's results. You can't see it because it's out of focus. Spider-Man, sheet 2.
This is another confirmation of the fact that we're pretty much the same person.
Except last episode where we learned we are not. Because lightsabers.
Oh, right.
So how do you like your tea?
Delicious. I put a lot of sugar in it, and I'm glad I did.
I did not put enough sugar in this. I like saying tea Earl Grey hot because Star Trek, but it's actually like one of my favorite kinds of tea. Mm-hmm. But I did not put enough sugar in this.
Next episode.
Yeah,
you can put more sugar in it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. We're Jasmine and Olivia, reminding you that the real treasure is the friends you make along the way. I should really dismiss this before saying that, because it's just gonna
Make it harder for you.
The whole thing.
I'm good.